Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. I never thought a casual night out could change my life forever, but it did. My name's Daniel and I'm 38 years old. For the past 10 years, I believed my marriage with Claire was solid. We had 2 kids, a house in a quiet neighborhood, and what I thought was a mutual understanding. I was the calm one, the provider, the one who quietly handled everything while she kept life lively and unpredictable. I thought I understood her, that I could handle her jokes and teasing because that's just who she was. But that night proved me dead wrong. It started at a small restaurant downtown. Claire insisted we meet her friends for dinner, a casual gathering she promised would be fun. I wasn't thrilled. I've never been good with large social gatherings, but I agreed because I loved her and wanted to make her happy. At first, everything was normal. We laughed, talked about work and shared small stories. But then came the moment that would shatter everything. The conversation drifted to relationships, marriages, and what people could or couldn't handle. One of her friends asked, jokingly, if I could stand up for myself in a difficult situation. Before I even realized it, Claire's voice cut through the chatter. "Oh, Daniel? Please. If someone tried anything, I'd probably have to protect him myself." She laughed, her eyes sparkling, clearly expecting everyone to think it was funny. And they did. The table erupted in laughter. I forced a smile, tried to laugh along, but something inside me sank. I noticed her glance at me, playful, teasing, but I also caught the shadow behind her eyes. That wasn't just a joke, it was an insult wrapped in humor. I tried to let it go, thinking maybe I was overreacting, but the evening had already set a seed I couldn't ignore. Later, as we drove home, the car was quiet. Too quiet. I tried small talk, made comments about the restaurant, the waiter, the dessert, but she only nodded or gave one-word responses. The light teasing that had always been part of our dynamic was gone. I finally asked, "Claire, are you serious about what you said tonight? Was that really just a joke?" She didn't answer at first. Her silence was heavy, suffocating. Then she finally spoke, her voice calm but cold. "Daniel, it's not just the joke," she said. "It's the way how you let me get away with things for so long. How I feel like I can say anything, do anything, and you'll just take it. You never really see me, do you?" Her words hit me like a punch I didn't see coming. For a decade, I'd believed our love was balanced, that we understood each other. But suddenly, everything seemed one-sided. I opened my mouth to respond, to defend myself, but the words stuck. How do you defend years of being overlooked? That night I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about her words, the laughter at the table, the smirk she wore as she teased me in public. Something in me shifted. I realized I couldn't keep pretending that everything was fine when it wasn't. There had been signs for years, her secretive phone calls, unexplained late nights, sudden changes in her stories, but I had ignored them. I had trusted too much. The next morning I couldn't focus. I walked through the house, watching her interact with the kids, laughing at breakfast jokes, her attention seemingly everywhere except the truth. And then it hit me, the same carefree charm she used to mock me in public was hiding something darker. Something I had long suspected but never had proof of. I decided I couldn't confront her blindly. I started digging quietly, piecing together messages, noticing patterns, subtle hints in her calls, her sudden trips, and the mysterious friend who always seemed to appear when I wasn't around. It didn't take long before everything became painfully clear. Claire had been seeing someone else. Not just casually, this was ongoing. And she truly believed I'd never find out. That night, sitting alone in the living room, scrolling through messages and photos she thought I'd never see, I felt a mix of anger and disbelief. Anger that she thought she could humiliate me in public and get away with it, disbelief that I had ignored all the signs for so long. But beneath all that was a strange sense of clarity. I finally saw everything for what it was. I realized the only way to protect myself, my children, and my dignity was to act carefully. I didn't want a scene, I didn't want shouting matches or a messy public confrontation. I wanted the truth to come out on my terms. I began compiling every piece of evidence, every text, every photo, and every hidden account she thought I would never discover. And as I worked, a calm resolve replaced the anger. I knew I would expose the affair, but not in a way that could be blamed on rash emotion. This was about justice, about showing that no one could mock me, manipulate me, or lie to me without consequences.